All right, guys. So my next stop on our mill tour takes me to a kind of an unusual place. You might recognize this spot behind me as a garage. And of course, you can see we have the toolboxes. We even have a car that probably is in here for something, hopefully minor. But the reason I'm at a garage, no, my car didn't break down, is I wanted to kind of introduce you to the idea of the roles and the jobs that people would have in the mill buildings and the mill complexes. You already know about the girls, the mill girls working in the mills. You already know that the matrons would take care of the mill girls in the tenement houses. And interestingly enough, as the mills get more complex, as the mills get bigger and the machinery increases, there becomes a need for something called a mechanic. And of course, I couldn't think of a better way to introduce you to the term mechanic other than being in a garage where they actually work on machines. The principle of being a modern mechanic isn't that much different from being a mechanic back in the days of the mill buildings. The old mill buildings, when they would get bigger and bigger and bigger and had more moving parts and belts and pulleys and gears and drives and all that kind of stuff, occasionally it would break. They certainly needed maintenance. And this is where the men would actually come in handy, because they would start to identify themselves as mechanics. And the mechanic simply was somebody that actually worked on the mill infrastructure. They'd work on all the moving parts and make sure that the mill was running as well as it could. Of course, today, modern times, we see mechanics, and you're more familiar with the term, with the guys and the ladies that work on automobiles and other things. But like I said, it's not that much different. If you think about a modern vehicle, it's a power plant with lots of gears and pulleys and things like that need constant maintenance, and sometimes they break and they need to get fixed. And that's what a mechanic does. And that's what mechanics did back in the early 1800s, when the mill complexes were starting to grow from being little pond-side or mill-side complexes to bigger, gigantic brick buildings with miles and miles of belts and hundreds of gears. So as you can see, that there was definitely a need for that kind of expertise, and that's where we get our modern term of mechanics.